Hello guys, this is Spyderrock and welcome back to another command tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a functional stopwatch for whatever you need inside of Minecraft, only using commands, and this will work in both Bedrock and Java Edition. I am in Bedrock Edition right now, but because the syntax is a little bit different for Java, you're going to have to adapt a little bit, I think, but for the most part it's pretty much the same. I didn't want to do this in Java Edition because then people who play in Bedrock Edition wouldn't be able to do this, but for the most part it should work in pretty much any version of the game that has commands. And it's very simple. It's just this thing right here. Now you can have whatever form of, like, if you want a parkour challenge, if you want something else, you could put it right here. And before I get into how it works, I would like to say you should join my Discord. There's a link in the description as always. We like to hang out there and do stuff. Anyway, you can also post there if you have any questions. I'll see it probably easier than if you comment. Although you can comment if you have a question too, actually that would probably be better. Anyway, it's not that many commands, it's just this up here, although there are some things that do depend on your coordinates. So it's not going to be exactly the same as what I do here, so keep that in mind. You'll need to find your own coordinates, and I'll show you that when you need. Also, this start pressure plate, it doesn't matter how many times you hit it, it'll keep saying timer started, but it won't break or anything. You can keep doing it, and you can let the timer go as long as you want. You can do minutes instead of seconds if you want to. You could do, I don't think the game can handle milliseconds, but you could do 10th seconds or 20th seconds. Ticks, I guess, is what 20th seconds are. And then no matter what, you hit this last one, and it will stop the timer, and you hit the button, and it resets it. And I also include a little thing to make sure that the timer didn't continue going once it stops, which I'll get to that too. Anyway, if you want a command block, for those of you that don't know, you're going to want to do /give @p, and then just type in like com, and it should show up as command_block. I'm pretty sure in Java Edition you have to do Minecraft command block, but in Bedrock it's just command block, and then that will get you command block. Now I already have the commands written into these here because it would take ages for me to go ahead and type in the commands, but I will explain each of them as I build it. And like I said, you could put whatever you want between point A and point B and the reset button. It doesn't have to be exactly like this is. You could put the reset button commands when you stop it, so it'll put you back at the beginning. There's all kinds of stuff you can do if you want to customize it. But the things you are going to need pretty much are going to be just a block of some sort, any kind of block, pressure plates, and buttons. I use stone because with the pressure plate, you can't drop stuff on it to trigger it, and with the button it just matches the pressure plate. Then you're going to want to grab your command blocks. You're going to need all three different types. These are the regular impulse command blocks. These are the base ones. These are the chain command blocks, which you can use like a string of code. It'll be in the same block, which I'll get to that in a second. And then these are the repeating command blocks, which, well, they repeat. Anyway, I just wanted to cover that for those of you that didn't know, but I'm going to build this over here. So you're going to want to start out with an impulse command block. It says scoreboard objectives add time dummy time. So this is going to be the thing where you see it says time. This is what we're going to be referencing the whole time. You can rename the time to be like stopwatch or whatever you want, but that's going to be the thing that when I did it, it said time. So that's what this is. The next one you're going to want to put here. If you crouch and click, it'll place it right into it, and they'll be going the same direction if you're facing the opposite direction. Scoreboard objectives set display sidebar time ascending. The ascending descending, you can have either one here. It doesn't really matter for this thing specifically because you're not doing minutes and seconds or anything like that. You're not doing scores. It's simply just that one time. Now if you want to have something that can reference that time, that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother video. But let me know if you need that. I would also like to mention this only works in single player. I mean, it will work in multiplayer, but you can only have one person running the course at a time. Anyway, this will basically put the little thing that says time and seconds up on the side of your screen. Next here we have scoreboard players add seconds times 0. So this is going to add the little thing that says seconds to your objective time, and it's just going to be set to 0 because it's adding 0, and 0 plus 0 is 0. And then you have players, because a player is what the game classifies the things below the scoreboard as. Next up we have set block, and then so this is where you're going to need to put in your own chords. So since I'm doing this differently, I'm going to need to put in my own chords. Let me grab this repeating command block, And then I'm just gonna head over to just wherever is convenient for me. So for me right here, I'm gonna go ahead and build it up a block just like that. And this is going to always say scoreboard players add seconds time 1. Now yet again, make sure time and seconds are referring to your objective. So if you had your objective called scoreboard, you'd put scoreboard, and your player as, you know, minutes, you'd have minutes where it says seconds. But that's gonna just add 1 every second. Make sure that you have a 20-second delay in ticks and have execute on first tick off. That means the second it gets powered, it won't immediately start counting up. You will wait a second for it to add 1, and it will start counting every second instead of starting counting a second in advance, which wouldn't really make sense. 20 ticks is a second, but you can do the math to figure out however much you need. If you want to do, you know, measure in ticks, you just put 1, I think, there. Anyway, maybe 0, I'm not sure. You're gonna want to go ahead and get the chords of the block beneath this. So if you want to do that, just break these blocks and then go ahead, and 25 is this one I'm standing inside of right here, so it's going to be 26. So -47, 26, 10. So I'm going to keep that in mind, and I'm going to, oh, nope, wrong command block. There we go, -47, 26, 10 is, I'm pretty sure, what the chords were. -47, 26, 10, yeah, because it says 25, it's up a block, 26. Makes sense. And then, so that's the first 4. You're going to grab your 5th command block. This is it for this little thing down here. Now this can be in either direction, forwards or backwards. I'm just doing it this way, but it really doesn't matter which way this is going. You can rearrange it to fit your area. Then you just want to say timer started. You don't need to have that here, but I thought it was a nice touch. So right here, since this is where I'm going to be starting the parkour this time, I'm going to have my pressure plate there. I'm just going to extend the iron out here a little bit, just these blocks. And then I'm going to have the first jump be, say, right here, and then I'll have it jump up there. And then I'm going to have this be the winning. I'm just going to have like a little stretch of running, and then this is where you can complete your task. So anyway, right here, this is what I have here. This is essentially just going to power this command block, make sure it's on need redstone. And it's going to start counting, and this is also going to set the objective. So next up, you're going to want to, you know, you don't need all this stuff anymore. I've just got this here, so I don't have to type it in on video because that would be very boring. Actually, I need, not that, I need these guys. So we've got these 3 here. These 3 are going to be these 3 right here. These are what stop the timers. So I'm going to do this right here, right? So I'm going to actually grab another piece of iron so I can put that there. This first one here, you hit the pressure plate, it just says timer stopped. Yet again, you don't need to do this one. You can just move on to the next one when you hit the pressure plate, but make sure every time the first one in the chain is an impulse. That's very important. Either that or the first one in the chain is a repeat if you need it for something, but make sure it's an impulse. And then, so go ahead and move on to the next one. So this is a pretty important one. This one is going to be setting the block that's over here that we turned into a redstone block into air. So actually what I'd recommend doing is if you hold control on keyboard and mouse, I don't know how you do this on any other version of the game, but if you hold control and then hit your pick block button, it will copy the command block with the data, which is everything that's inside of the command block. Then if you crouch and click onto there, you will have this the redstone block command here, and just change redstone block to air so it gets rid of that. So just say air. Then what you're going to want to do, since that's the one below that command block, is go ahead and grab one more that sets the block above it. So that's going to be, that is going to be 27. This block above it, that is the block that the command block is at. That's going to set it to air. Now, this is very important. Before you hit that pressure plate, make sure you do this. You're going to want to pick block this with its data and place it, you know, maybe I'd say right here. Now, if you don't want to do that, or just place it somewhere that you can remember where it is, I guess. So I'm going to keep it right here. I think that's good. Actually, if I wanted to, I could clone this, you know, a block above the, I'm just going to keep it over here just to be safe. Now this is here because it's sort of like a backup. It's going to be what you copy over to this block once this block turns into air, since they're the same command. Which is it's pretty useful. Alright, so now you're going to want to just go ahead and bring this over a little bit, bring it up to wherever you want to have your end button. I put that button on the wrong side. I'm big brain, yes. Well, this is where you're gonna stop the parkour course from. So I'd recommend putting it far enough away from the pressure plate that that people won't be able to press it before they hit the pressure plate. But you know, you can do it in whatever order or distance that's convenient for you. I'm just doing this because it's easy. I'm actually going to go ahead and clear my inventory right here. We are going to grab this these next few right here. So we need these guys right here. Now these are going to be what is here. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this. This first one, scoreboard objectives, remove time. Now this is going to remove that objective. So that's what gets it off of your screen. I think I just punched my microphone, so sorry about that. And then, like I said, time, if you have a different objective name, then you wouldn't have time there. Then TP at P, and then set this to whatever coordinates that you want to be teleported to after you do the parkour. Even if you don't want them to be teleported, you can just get rid of it. But my coords are -41, 28, 4. So TP at P, no, 41, 28, 4. There we go, something like that. Should be great. So I'll just teleport me back. And then this third one here is very important. So make sure you have this one here no matter what you're doing. This one right here will clone this first command block, or the backup one I was talking about, back into this position. So I just have to get the chords, which are -45, 26, 4, -45, 26, 4, -45, 26, 4, -45, 26, 4, -45, 26, 4. Then repeat the same 3 chords. So -45, 26, 4. And then you're going to want the coordinates of this command block, which are -47, 27, 10, right? So -47, here we go. No, 47, 27, 10. I accidentally typed in equals here, that's not great. Anyway, now that you have that in there, which, I mean, the coordinates, like I said, are going to be different in your world. I feel like that's a pretty logical thing to remember. In theory, this should be working right now. So if we go ahead and hit this command block, timer, seconds, starts at 0, counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can go as high as we want, 6, 7, yeah, sure, let's just go here. And then that stops it at 9. Then we hit the command block, and that gets reset to there. The timer goes away, and we're back at the beginning. Now, if you don't want to have a reset for some reason, I guess you don't have to. You could just incorporate it to this. But that is how you're going to make a stopwatch. Now, you can put these in any order you want to. You could just have these off to the side. You press a button to start it, and then press a button to stop it. But pretty much all the requests I've gotten to cover this have been for a parkour map that people want to make. People are like, hey, I want to make a parkour map. How do I make a stopwatch for that parkour map? And this is how you make a stopwatch. If you want to add minutes to it, you're just going to want to, oops, yeah, it doesn't matter how many times you hit that. That's a nice thing, it doesn't break it. But you'll just want to have another one of these like next to that block, and then clone another block over next to that block that are essentially a delay and tick of, I don't know, 20 times 60. Someone else do the math. And they would just add a new objective. You would have to do a whole thing. Basically, everything that you did for seconds, do that for minutes too, and then change the value here in the ticks to however long you want it to be, if you want it to be minutes or hours or whatever. So there we go, 44 seconds, that was our time. We reset it, and we end up back over here. Anyway, I think that is going to be it for this video. If any of you guys have suggestions for things you want me to show how to make in commands, I will gladly do that. I'm going to start doing a lot more command videos, I think, because these are much more enjoyable than pretty much anything else I do. Anyway, thanks for watching me to here. Please consider subscribing. I think only like 6.5% of you guys are actually subscribed. And since I'm not uploading, I'm only uploading 3 times a week instead of 4 now. Viewership is down, so it would be very helpful if you guys want to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you guys later, and bye.